Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
Making the cut, the U.S. Treasury releases a preliminary list of jobs that will likely qualify for the no tax on tips exemption. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. Starting off with your business news, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority launches a new ad campaign titled Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas, with a focus on value.
It's something that they're trying to spark some enthusiasm into the Las Vegas experience. Now, a lot of critics have made some comments about this already, saying that the only way this is going to work is that if the resorts respond with some action, that being maybe reducing some prices a little bit, avoiding some of the surprises that some of our visitors have experienced when they've come to Las Vegas with over-the-top prices in terms of water and other consumables.
The new campaign will also include activations, experiences, special offers, and partnerships that will be rolled out in the coming weeks. Clark County Commissioners approving land use permits for Elon Musk's Boring Company. It plans to build a 6-story, 132-unit multifamily apartment building with a connected Vegas loop station at 4300 Paradise Road. The commission's approval comes with several conditions, as Boring Company only plans to have 24 parking spaces, where 189 spots are typically required by county code. The Boring Company says it envisions residents will use the Vegas Loop and bus service in the area. Moving on to your top stories, the Treasury Department released a preliminary list of jobs qualifying for the no tax on tips policy. Will your job benefit from this? Well, that list includes many expected occupations like bartenders and food servers, but it also includes others such as roadside assistance workers, social media influencers, private event planners, and home service workers, just to name a few. The policy eliminates federal taxes on tipped income and was signed into law in July through the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. It specifically provides workers with a temporary tax deduction of up to $25,000 a year through 2028. For more on what other jobs qualify as well as the process, you can visit lvrj.com. In other news, take a look at this video. Metro officers recently using a grappler tool to take an attempted murder suspect into custody. Police say it happened on August 18th on U.S. Highway 95, north of Kyle Canyon Road. Officers said the man, identified by police as Vincent Farmer, was suspected of carjacking his ex-girlfriend by pushing her from the vehicle. During the response, officers learned he had an active attempted murder warrant out of Nye County. No further information was immediately available. Let's take a look at your weather forecast, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. A slight chance of showers will remain for your Friday. Temperatures will climb into the lower 80s overnight, reaching 90 degrees by noon and topping out in the mid-90s with a couple of clouds around. A couple of clouds will also hang around on Saturday with another slight chance of showers and storms. We'll be seeing a high of 96 and a low of 78 degrees. You can expect clear skies for your Sunday and Monday with highs in the upper 90s and lows in the mid to upper 70s. Winds will be light except around any storms.
Vegas Nation, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. I'm Heidi Fang, and the Raiders' first-round draft pick is set to test his mettle on the gridiron in his first regular season game this Sunday. Tons of hype surrounds Boise State product Ashton Jeanty, as the Raiders will place their trust in him to be a threat to opposing teams.
It's the most important game right now because it's the one we're about to play, but, not going to make it any bigger than it is. We're still playing football, still doing what we've been doing, but, obviously it's my real debut, so I'm excited.
This Sunday, the Raiders play in Gillette Stadium against the Patriots when Week 1 of the NFL season kicks off for them at 10 a.m. And now for the latest in sports. It's Week 4 of the high school football season, and our beat writer Alex Wright has his game of the week to put on your radar.
Bishop Gorman taking on another out-of-state opponent. The Gales are back in Las Vegas and hosting Lone Peak out of Utah at 7 p.m. Friday. Gorman has pitched shutouts in both of its wins this season, and the Gales are led by quarterback Micah Eugenio, who has completed 84% of his passes this season.
Of note from last week's game to watch, Bishop Gorman earned their 11th straight victory against Kahuku.
Now for your health news, brought to you by Centerville Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. The FDA has authorized the use of 4 different COVID-19 2025-26 vaccine formulas, but Nevada pharmacies aren't able to administer them just yet. According to CVS, this is because Nevada law requires a recommendation from federal health officials prior to being able to administer the vaccine, which hasn't happened yet. The CDC couldn't immediately be reached for comment on the recommendation process. Even with FDA authorization for certain individuals, Nevada, New Mexico, and Massachusetts can't administer the vaccine without recommendation from officials with the CDC at this time. In Neon Lifestyle, sponsored by Silverton Casino Lodge, this is Lodge Vegas. Chef James Tree reveals the new location for Ada's Food and Wine, and it's somewhere very familiar in the Arts District. Our Neon food columnist Jonathan Wright has the exclusive.
Ada's Food and Wine in Tivoli Village is moving into the old Esther's Kitchen. Ada's is a much more experimental restaurant with much more experimental wines, and the approach is offbeat, deliberately sometimes off-kilter, questing, experimental, idiosyncratic, iconoclastic, and that fits much better in downtown Vegas, where diners and drinkers tend to be much more adventurous.
Ada's Food and Wine is scheduled to open at its new location in the Arts District sometime this December.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites over the Chargers at Caesars Sportsbook today in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The total is 46.5. Kansas City, which will try to overcome the infamous Super Bowl loser hangover, is minus 170 on the money line, and Los Angeles is plus 143. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes' passing yards prop is 243.5, while Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert's is 232.5. Mahomes' rushing yards prop is 17.5, and Herbert's is 15.5.
Now for Neon, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Superstar couple Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are working on a series that reimagines The Wizard of Oz. Our Neon columnist John Katsalamides has the scoop.
Wizard of Oz is up and running at the Sphere. Now another project inspired by the Wizard is in development, and Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are the producers. This is a streaming series titled Dorothy, which is an adaptation of The Wizard of Oz in a contemporary setting. The yellow brick road will be used as a metaphor for challenges experienced by today's young people. As Stefani says, it's a creative and modern take on a classic, and being part of something that blends music, emotion, and the character of Dorothy is inspiring to me. You know what else is inspiring? A Go Guide, the free entertainment calendar at neon.lvrj.com. Check us out for more than 1,000 shows and events. Like Las Vegas, it's open 24/7.
That's been your 7 at 7 a.m. news update. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the Review Journal app for the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.